the lines of cocaine and away from these short sellers who are going short on a truly great American company, not just ours, but just love pulling down great American companies so that they can pay for their coke. And the best thing that could happen to them is we will lead their coke dealers to their homes after they can't pay their bills. And that's like one of my...
Surely all short sellers.
Yeah, well, go ahead, do your thing, we'll do our thing.
Well, apparently Amazon and Palantir are the new quote-unquote meme stocks. And what you just watched was the Palantir CEO on short sellers Alex Karp. In quotes, short sellers love pulling down great American companies so they can afford their cocaine. The best outcome for them would be if we lead their cocaine dealers to their homes after they're unable to pay their bills. Well, as this may seem like good news and all, we can see that Peter Thiel, as well as Alex Karp, has been dumping shares of Palantir. Thiel dumping over $170 million in Palantir stock. Speaking of insiders positioning money, we can see that Vanguard has been loading up on AMC with 6.5+ million more shares. Moving on, AMC has reached an agreement with NBC to show some of their live daytime coverage of the 33rd Summer Olympics. Paris, July 27th to August 11th at 160 AMC US theaters, according to the CEO Adam Aron. Finally, veering over to the data as well as the charts, AMC had another order imbalance of 202,307 shares on the buy side, so they could not match sellers. AMC's previous off-exchange and dark pool summary also shows that volume to alternative trading systems is up to 56.77% of the total volume, leaving lit volume around 43%, and the average lit volume for the past 30 days at 48.52%. Most of AMC's volume is traded in dark pools, and that is why the price action is so limited. We're also seeing a decrease in short interest, according to Ortex, down to 12.78%, 33.51 million shares shorted, and a decrease in the short exempt volume over the past 2 days, being at 100,000, then 116,000. However, it being over 100,000 while AMC is still barcoding, getting hammer candles, trading in very tight levels of support and resistance, make it known that they need a ton of shares to hold down the momentum. Speaking of holding down the momentum, you can see that volume has been decreasing on this sell-off, and they are trying to keep it right under this level, under $4.37, currently trading at $4.32, down 1% on the day. We want to continue to see AMC hold about $4.20, and then below that you're looking at $4 even, and then $3.65, so on and so forth for AMC. As of right now, if this is playing out, you're going to see a flash below, breaking under this channel, under $4.20, and then a slow decline into late March before making a brand new low and then blasting off for AMC. The other outcome is blasting off right away, so either way, within a month, we should see some serious riches or serious gains within AMC. Now, before we touch on GameStop, I want to cover a couple things. Swap's notional total has increased to $6.925 quadrillion. We're seeing more DTCC failures from banks that are unable to pay, aka defaulting on their DTCC payment. Last but not least, the largest options exchange in the world, Chicago Board Options Exchange, created a spot crypto futures market, Cboe Digital, which went live in January. But now, due to regulatory concerns, they are deleting their entire spot market chapter of the rulebook and any related terms. Now, touching on GameStop, before I show you guys the cryptos that I am interested in currently getting into. GameStop is at $14.57, down 2% on the day. Double tested this supply zone and it just could not push above it. As of right now, GameStop, if it continues to push lower around to $14.14, you're looking at a head and shoulders pattern on the 4-hour, which is essentially going to take us under $13.50 and potentially down to that level at $12.50. This scenario is becoming more and more likely, but still not as likely as us pushing higher as we sit outside of the macro trend line. Overall, I'd say we are still looking decent on GameStop. And if we look at the options chain, we're sitting at 11,000 calls compared to 3,000 puts expiring in the money versus 55,000 compared to 19,000 out of the money. So we are bullish on the options chain with a decrease in short exempt volume. Finally, a quick touch on the options chain for AMC. It was at 11,000 expiring in the money for calls compared to 30,000 expiring out of the money for puts, and a ton of premium going to market makers. Sometimes a very bad idea to bet options on AMC and or GameStop or any other manipulated tickers. Just to put that out there, keep that in mind. Now, Bitcoin is slowly approaching the danger zone where historical pre-halving retraces have begun. Historically, Bitcoin has performed pre-halving retraces 14 to 28 days before the halving, and currently Bitcoin is 33 days away from the halving, which means Bitcoin could incur a nasty sell-off over the horizon. And I know it's going to sound corny, but I actually had a dream that Bitcoin had a nasty flash down, and I just want to put that out there. It was a long time ago on the channel. Had a couple that came true, and if you know, you know. But overall, Bitcoin tested this supply zone for a second time, dipping its toes in the water, and got smacked back down, sort of like GameStop. It just cannot hold. The momentum is not there, and in my opinion, we need a slight correction and consolidation to move higher. But I don't think the run is done. I don't think it's stopping out at 73,000. I just want to put that on your radar. Also, Ethereum tested the 786 on the fib once again and got rejected right around $4,000. So 4,000 for Ethereum, 73,000 for Bitcoin. These are going to be the levels that we need to see clean breaks over to get that next leg up, that next leg of momentum. Finally, BlackRock goes big on Bitcoin yesterday, purchasing $586 million worth of Bitcoin. And just to put that into comparison, this is BlackRock's holdings to MicroStrategy, which has just surpassed MicroStrategy's holdings in Bitcoin after purchasing for 2 months. You can see the major difference between BlackRock as well as MicroStrategy slowly dollar cost averaging versus BlackRock just completely jumping in. Last but not least, for Bitcoin, El Salvador drops income tax from 30% to 0% for international investments as well as money transfers. And these cryptos that I want to put on your radar that I am personally in, I just wanted to let you guys know where my eyes are at. And I didn't ask you yet, please hit the like button, guys. If you're not subbed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. INJ up 6.45%. We've talked about it on the channel, but this one just seems like it is not running out of steam just yet. The volume is decreasing on the weekly, so I want to make note of that this will have a cool off at some point. We don't know when, but this is one that I'm watching alongside near. Testing the 382 on the fib, recently got rejected on the weekly, but once we break over this, watch $10.50, and then XRP, of course, where I recently parked some money from ladies in. I like XRP, it's consolidating, looking for that next leg up. Now, February PPI inflation rises to 1.6% above expectations of 1.1. Core PPI inflation was 2.0 above expectations of 2.1. Both CPI as well as inflation are officially back on the rise. Disinflation seems to be slowing. Can the Fed really pivot is the question. You guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. This overall is affecting the market. It's down 0.15%, trading at 515.20. Either way, even if the SPY sold off down to 500 or 5,000, right, it is still having an insane year for us only being in March. This thing has ripped absolute heads off of short sellers, absolutely cooking them. And as of right now, it is still holding the overall aggressive trend line. Once we have that negative catalyst, you're going to see a break under, you're going to see people freaking out, you're going to see people getting out, and that could be around next week, right? And that also could contribute to Bitcoin's having retrace. It's going to shake the paper hands out of this bull market before actually making tons of rich retail investors. Close out the video. Wannabe EV maker Fisker has just hired advisors to help with its potential bankruptcy filing. Speaking of EVs going bankrupt, Tesla's not going bankrupt, but the chart is not looking good, down 3.32% on the day, trading at 163.86. Tesla recently got a breakdown. I said if we break under this channel at 175.50 clean, you're going to come all the way down to around 154, and now we are selling off. This is where we're watching for a bounce at this trend line. At this point, it's coming down to 154 to 147. This is the zone where it's coming to. It also has a gap fill around 147, and I think that will be the temporary bottom on Tesla. It has underperformed for quite a while, and I think 147 is going to be the bounce level for Tesla. Overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. Make sure to press the link in the top of the description to download Moomoo, open an account, and make a deposit to get up to 15 free stocks, each valued up to $2,000 per stock. Level 2 order book data, access to trading options, going long, going short, and more for free. Again, just open an account and make a deposit of $1 and get in the Discord. The link is right under the video. Whether you're a beginner or advanced trader, this is the place to go. There are no bad questions. We talk stocks as well as crypto all day long. It's basically a big group chat with people who are trying to become financially free like yourselves within the stock market, within crypto, and investing as a whole. So let's get rich together. Get in the Discord. Both of those links are at the top of the description and pinned in the top of comments. Also, I posted a video earlier today about previously a penny stock, but now has made a complete U-turn, and I want you to put it on your radar, so go watch that video. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.